Go right now. We're going right now.
It was worth sharing. I figured we'd open with the water bottle story, but now I'm just opening with a story about the
About the
water
water.
bottles.
Yeah. No, no, no. This isn't the story of the
it's
water bottle. This is just a tribute.
this is a tribute. So
Excellent.
anyway, the water bottle, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen firsthand, Paul,
I have
how
seen
how abusive
many a times.
I've been, and apparently my hardwood stairs will kill it.
Well, I mean, the forest floor is pretty soft and smooshy in a lot of places.
Yeah, but
You
the
know,
trees aren't,
no, that's fair.
and
You're
I
not
have
gonna.
thrown it at many a tree.
I think Infinite's gone to Russia.
That's a bot. Get rid of him.
Oh.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, I can't 100% say that, but almost.
it's Infinite.
Well, sounds like a bot.
He's in the Ukraine,
Ah,
or he's speaking Ukrainian. One of those two. I don't know. I'm just a poor Canadian boy.
I don't know. Ben is saying good evening, gents. What are you carrying, Infinite? What are you carrying, Ben? I assume gents is short for genticles.
Yes, obviously. Why wouldn't it be?
I can think of a few reasons.
No, you're wrong.
Not
All
good
right.
ones, though.
No, they're pretty half-assed, but
Don't come at me with that.
well, for every
Get your
two reasons,
genitals.
you get a whole ass with it. So,
I mean, definitely don't be coming at me with your genticles. That's all I'm saying.
um, I don't think
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I
think
got
I
a Ken
want to.
Onion. I got a Ken Onion Ripple here with your name all over it, man.
No, thank you.
Do you?
Better than a wrinkle. It's a
Oh,
ripple.
I was I got those confused in my head. I was like, when did you get one of those?
No, no, I got the good-looking one.
Yes, yes, you did.
Yeah, slightly less buttholey.
Carrying the weight of unfulfilled potential. That's a fucking mood. Also, mini Adamask crew wear still. Yeah, solid, solid picks both. Oh,
Who's going first?
I can go first. I'm not carrying
Who's on
anything
first?
terribly new. Um, but it's something I don't carry that often. Just a little. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Little Civivi Rustic Gent. Little back lucky boy.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Somewhat
You and Paul
fancy.
were both carrying that a little too much this week.
Too much, he says.
Too much?
How
Come on now.
dare you? That knife's fantastic.
It's just a
Well,
little guy. And I mean, it's.
Would you prefer I swap it in for my appellation?
I was gonna say I could swap it for little drifter boy,
well, I
but
was gonna say more than once is too much. It's
look, at least this one has a lock, okay? And
Wow.
shiny Damascus.
Scathing. That knife's fantastic. Why did I not remember that you have both of them in Damasteel?
Well, not Damasteel, but I wish
Yeah.
Damasteel, but
Excuse me.
yeah, no, because it
Part of
seemed
my French.
yeah.
Can Damasteel sue you for that?
God, I
mean,
hope not.
they're not the one. They're not the ones going under, but I mean,
I mean,
Oh,
you have no authority as a Wii or a Civivi dealer. I mean, maybe,
Nope.
maybe, no, maybe you
no,
do.
probably not. I'm gonna say no if it means it's less likely I get sued.
well,
No, it is. No, it is. Then that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a good picture of the Dama.
Indeed.
yeah, it's shiny. It's a shiny good time, and
I do like the rotary
yeah.
phone in the background too. Whatever
oh,
that.
the little print, yeah.
Yeah.
Part of my sweet Full Metal Alchemist desk pad I got years ago for Christmas. I think it was Christmas. Yeah.
So this is Christmas.
Well, it's Christmas themed.
Well, it's good. It's good. It's Christmas themed because it's a buyer's guide. How's that cherry? How's the cherries?
I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying. I can tell. I can tell you're enjoying it.
Oh, this is what I get for not drinking alcohol regularly anymore. Nice.
On that note, I'm gonna go next.
Yeah.
Giver.
on the note of not drinking alcohol regularly, because
Mm-hmm.
that's not my style at all. So,
Yeah.
uh, in honor of that, actually, the wife who happened to be walking by in the liquor store, and we were picking up a couple different things for the festivities, and there happened to be this holiday 4-pack, and I was like, oh, remember when I was really into Belgian beers? That one company was like my favorite. There was like a Christmas pack there. She's like, well, it's not even that cheap. I'm just going to get it for you. So the Delirium 4-pack,
Complete with glass. Very nice.
complete with glass. So for this festivities evening, the Christmas 4-pack. And then while we're doing that, we might as well be carrying something with that 4-pack,
Mhm.
which was
Ha-
also a gift from the wife. It's
There you go.
not carried
Very
too
nice.
often, but the best, worst knife I have. It's,
Hey man, I just watched you pop it open. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Lockup's rock solid. No blade play. It was like Benchmade didn't make it.
Nice. The band-aid's working?
Uh, no. No, there's no band-aid on this one.
No?
This is the one that I milled down
Right, okay. You're right.
the stop pin and burnt the crap out of my fingers
Yes. Yes, I remember now.
until everything was complete, you see. It's
Success.
A plan
And-
that actually worked out? What the hell?
I got a fancy picture with it in the glass.
You
So.
did, and I do enjoy that. It's like, oh, he did get it in there. Very nice.
Is that a drunk elephant on it?
It's a
That's
Christmas
also pink.
elephant on a sled.
Ah.
Yeah, he's much more red in the picture.
How fast do you think an elephant would go down a hill on a sled?
Yes.
Um,
Nyom.
Yeah. And does the elephant survive the trip?
That depends on the hill, depends on the elephant.
Touche.
Gonna say crazy carpets may or may not be involved.
Absolutely.
so good times. Good times.
Nice. Are you having one of them beers tonight?
Oh yeah. And for the record,
Nice.
if you're not familiar with any of the Belgian beers and like the deliriums and whatnot type of thing, this particular one is a 10% beer.
Okay.
So Papa don't mess around.
I thought you were gonna say it had like wormwood in it or something because of the delirium.
No. It's this is the Belgian monk one that got famous because they only made so much just to maintain their monastery.
Mm.
And now they just market the crap out of that story and sell a crap ton of beer.
Good for them.
Well, it's win-win.
Capitalism.
The monastery's doing okay, let's just say. It's
Capitalist monks. I'm here for it.
well, they're
Since-
Belgian, you see.
They've always been capitalist. Come on.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you look back at that history far enough, and by far enough, I mean not very far. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be delicious.
Indeed.
Wait
I mean-
for it.
Now, you say delirium, and my brain responds with porcupine tree. Why?
Oh, it's a fancy glass.
It is a fancy glass.
All right. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, moonshine it up there.
Cheers.
You've got the
Oh.
mead going this eves.
I am drinking some mead tonight. Yeah. I
For
got
the-
some
This
Boucher.
30% moonshine is
Ooh.
delicious.
Indeed.
You can taste the Belgian in that one. That's
Yeah,
Get him out of there.
I was going to say they didn't pull him out.
oh no, there's more than one. They're having a
Oh.
party.
Just monks taking a bath.
Oh,
It's like gamer bathwater, but it's monks.
that takes me back to good old days of yore.
Is it just holy water at that point?
I mean, it needs to be blessed.
I mean, isn't it already?
Touche.
Mm.
Good beer though.
Yeah, dude. It you can feel it in the subcockles as soon as you start yeah.
Subcockles, I see.
It's not many a beer that will actually warm you on the way down, like
Oh.
a fine whiskey.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good night, boys.
Absolutely.
What about you, Paul? What are you rocking?
Me, so it's a quiet day around the house. I don't need anything fancy, but I have something kind of fancy.
Say Cinque Dea comes up.
Ha. No, I've got a Boker
Is your
cinch
oh fun? Is your
stockman.
Cinque Dea seasonal?
I mean, it's seasonal in the sense that oh, there it is.
You found it. Look at him go.
Anyway,
I mean, I'll just
Boker
have
what
that.
now? What'd you get?
The
What's your
Boker
knife?
cinch. My little banana.
Oh,
He's a cute little guy. Is that a
Yeah.
trapper or a stockman or what is it?
It is a stockman, but it's a weird one because it has an awl instead of a spay blade.
Oh, but I like that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
And it's got a really nice awl to it too. Like it's a really hollow ground front face to it.
Huh.
I
That's
haven't
neat.
actually used it as an awl, but I want to put it to the test because I think it'll do well.
Probably carbon steel for all these, or are they stainless?
I thought it was a stainless, but there's definitely some patina on the blade that I might try and get off tonight. So, and it also has like a full mask of like the word cinch with a ribbon and everything across it. Like you can see it obviously in the photo there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frosty. So I don't know if it's stainless steel that kind of got a little colorful or if it's a high carbon. But I have two slip joints that are rusty or crusty that I need to fix. So
Well,
figured I
good
got something to
times.
do while we're streaming tonight.
I'm.
And
I'm
then
oh yeah, go for
sorry,
it.
go ahead. I was gonna say because you guys were talking about Christmas drinks and whatever else. This is the ginger bochet because it feels like Christmas.
Ginger feels like ginger snaps. I guess I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
All right.
I also drink it at Christmas because it's delicious.
Dick Richards, thanks for joining us. CPM, yes, Crucible is going bankrupt again. It's
Yeah.
Hey, what do you mean going? It already happened. They filed Chapter 11. Anyway. There is good news with that, though. We can make that a side topic maybe later in the evening, but
Absolutely.
I was only going to interject earlier with the one carbon steel slip joint that I do actually carry somewhat regularly. I'll say somewhat occasionally, mostly occasionally, mostly. It's definitely gone dark. It's a GEC's 1095, and it goes like a smoky gray if you just don't ever oil it. It's hard to show in this light, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, it looks very similar to the what did you say the company name again?
GEC. I mean, this is
Yeah, that's the
underneath.
one.
What is this? The Norfield brand, but they're made by GEC.
Yes. I have that Barlow, and it's the same color, and I think it's actually 1095 as well.
Can
So
actually kind of see the.
my Cody is also all mattied up, matte grade.
Yeah.
So the guy that invented
No, that's Matt Graham.
I'll just nod along.
Can I beat you to saying it before you say it?
is Matt Graham the guy that invented South Park?
No,
that's
it's
Matt Stone.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Yeah.
Okay. That was the joke I was going for.
I think
I'm
you
just slow.
Joe's reaction's the best, I think. Yeah.
Hey, Joe. It's hurtful.
Look, I just saying. I understand. I didn't understand, but now I do.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a little understanding.
I feel very understood right now.
Oh God, I've never felt so understood.
I am kind of feeling a little underwhelmed myself.
Oh.
And he thought I was insulting. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you
I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's colorways, but the Arkfeld and the pen in this photo feel very both for the Arkfeld 80s and the pen 90s. I feel like I had a jacket in that exact same color in the 90s.
And the knife, 1930s.
Yeah, I'm spanning I almost said a decade, like an idiot.
You're spanning a decade.
I mean, you are, but
or more, or more.
If I just added that part, then I
Yeah.
couldn't have been wrong.
It's never as underestimate generalizations.
I generally don't. I can't even say the word.
I was gonna say you
I'm gonna give up.
January. You January what? No.
Oh, we are not anywhere
Like,
near January,
no.
gentlemen. We have a ways to go.
We're not anywhere near. We're like
Dude, it doesn't feel...
Closer than
a
March.
couple weeks.
Yesterday crawled, but anyway.
Ah, good times. Good times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but only in the way that like purgatory would.
Yeah, like seemingly timeless. Like things were happening, and it didn't feel like there was a long span of time in between things happening. But at the same time, just an eternity between blinks. Like it's just awful. Nah,
I see.
I've had worse days.
Have you?
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Ben has my pen, but in brass. I wasn't good enough friends with Olight to get that fancy pen. You have to be friends.
I don't know. I think if I wanted a lightweight pen, I'd get a lightweight pen, and that it wouldn't be in brass because brass is heavy.
It is, but I've played with Calvin's pen,
Right.
and he's got it in brass, and it's
Keep it to yourself,
slightly heavier
Dennis.
than this one. Yeah, I didn't like the phrasing of the way I worded any of that.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
because the walls of the pen are thin enough, it's not that heavy.
Speaking of thin-walled brass pens, I just pulled this out of a leather slip. My goodness, there's a lot of green dye on this thing now that needs to be harvested.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you mean by harvested.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
for later use, you see.
It's like I'm not eating my lunch around you anymore.
no.
Look,
Like it's
no, this was just left unattended in the GEC pouch I have, or Northwoods pouch that I have.
all the patinas.
The patina's all over this pen. Oh my goodness, it is sticky and gross, and I'm gonna have to touch my laptop keys. Man, I should put this away for later.
It's an idea.
Yeah,
Why is it sticky?
because it's covered in brass oxide.
The patiners.
Yeah. Oh hey, look at that, 7:34. We're overshooting here.
Oh goodness. All right. So it's a good thing I didn't say skip ahead 15 minutes. That's for suckers. You didn't know how far to skip ahead on this one. It was a gong show episode.
Was like we're gonna get things figured out at this point.
Oh no, it's just a new episode now.
Oh, we're starting again.
It's
So
we
what are you
haven't
carrying
had one
today?
of those
Yeah.
kind of streams. Yeah. Just
been a
gonna
minute.
mess with the audience.
Well,
So
Skip ahead to now, exactly.
yeah.
Ground Fog and Jacob, thanks for joining us. What are you carrying? What are you carrying? So Christmas 101 2.0.
I mean, none of that's right.
Sure.
But I feel like the worst part of it is the 2.0.
It doesn't make me feel any better. No, it's
Okay, fine. 2.2.
there we go.
Jesus.
I mean, since we're modifying
That makes it
things.
better for you?
Yeah.
I give you
You don't-
give you 0.2.
You don't want a 2. Look, you don't want a 0.0 anything. 0.0 is like we made some minor quality of life adjustments. Like, nah,
Look.
you're just stopping the servers from burning down.
Look.
You're not actually fixing shit. 2.2, they've had some time to make some good updates.
I gave you 0.2, a memoir.
There's that.
Yeah.
I gave at least 0.2. All right, it's see generalizations can't be wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna flip that around and say, "Where's my 0.2? Give me my 0.2."
You will find it along with the 7 for enthusiasm.
Jacob's carrying his Kaiser T1, which if I think
Kaiser T1.
that's the knife I think it is, it's a really good looking knife.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
It is. It's a titanium knife with a thumb stud, not a flipper. Biatch.
Yeah.
Take it.
What do you mean, biatch?
Yeah.
Cause
Take that, biatch.
flippers. You know.
Oh, I see. You want the
He's got a
biatch to take
problem.
it.
Yeah, get biatched. I like that one in my Carta.
And his Midnight JWK, which I think is short for Jack Hawk 3000.
You know, I used to do that in my teens.
At midnight?
Definitely.
Oh, Joe.
At other times.
Look, I'm not looking for a.
It was only your
A D-
Midnight JWK sometimes.
I wasn't looking for an itinerary, but
I mean, really,
what else did I expect?
yeah. You know what? I saved you from going further down that path.
Yeah. One set of footprints in the sand and all that, just
Yeah, that's right. Jesus iconography and me. I'm fine with that.
yeah,
It's great.
seems
I'm sure
apropos.
Jesus is too.
Yeah, it's a fair comparison.
Hell yeah, these are the sins I died for. Yeah. Okay. So, Christmas episode. We're looking at a gift buyer's guide. There were some stipulations.
We threw those out the window. No.
Well, there was a window. Things were thrown
Maybe.
out of it, but
Depends. How many kitchen knives did you recommend, Paul? Because if there's any, throw them out the window.
you better scramble for new picks right now.
So, funny thing about that, Joe actually confronted me at work a week ago and was like, if you do it, I think Dennis will actually have a coronary. You're not allowed.
You might actually be forbidden.
I swear to God, if a Wusthof kitchen knife comes across my screen tonight,
oh, it's more likely to be a
I
Henkels.
haven't thrown a beer at your face through the screen in the 6 years. But I swear to God.
8,
Don't make him start now, is what he's saying. Yeah.
2017
two didn't count and they weren't consecutive.
Oh.
Oh, I
Okay.
don't know. You figure it out.
I'm sure we could quantify it.
I'm not doing the math.
Yeah, but as far as you know, there's no kitchen knives on my list.
As far as I know, yeah, it's
Funny how not knowing works.
Yeah.
Not to be a dick or anything.
We'll find out.
Oh, all right. Why don't you tell us what your first pick is, Paul?
yeah. Come on, Paul.
Start with
Okay.
me.
So here's parameters right off the bat. First one was: are we starting with budget pick to begin with? I think that's
Yes,
a good
of
pick.
course.
I think so.
It was
yeah.
a sub $100 polar bear dollar CAD.
Was it 100? You said 150, 250, unlimited.
What?
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys pushing that 150 boundary?
I
mean-
mean,
I'm
you're
gonna go
look.
back on my text here because I am almost 100% sure it was $100.
No, because I did 100,
No,
200.
your was 100. Yeah.
250.
Okay.
Sky's the limit.
Okay. All right.
You can push those boundaries. That's fine.
Oh,
I didn't even get close to the hundo. So what do you got for us?
We're
What-
starting with me. We're
What
starting.
Yeah.
$150
Yeah.
knife are we going
Yeah.
to start with?
Are we on the cutting edge website, Joe?
we are right this very moment.
Um.
Oh, by the way, we
Right
tried
this
to make
very-
sure it was in stock here so that our Canadian friends, as well, could buy some stuff if they wanted.
Yeah. I mean, North American, really.
There's that.
You can all order from us. It's fine. So if you just type in E5 into the search bar,
Oh yes.
there's a Claris flashlight that comes up
There sure
for
is.
for $45 because I was lying.
There you go.
There you go. There's your sub 150 for you
That's
right
it.
there.
That's exactly it.
Why are we even having this conversation? If
You'll
you're
see. It'll come up later. So
it better.
specifically,
I'm
like
pissed now
obviously,
if it doesn't. Like it's
so obviously our parameters were it had to be 100, 250, unlimited.
And not a
It
kitchen
also
knife.
had to be not a kitchen knife and from the cutting edge website.
correct.
And if you know things about me, you might know that I'm into flat, easy, pocketable flashlights.
Yeah.
So the E5 is one that I'm probably going to add to my repertoire, especially at that $45 price point.
Yeah.
It's a sweet little light, and I really like the pocketability of the flat lights. It's so much nicer than carrying around. Carrying around.
Carrying around.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I'll say that I agree. This is a fantastic pick. I fully intend to buy one of these at some point.
Yeah.
I can't see a use case where I'm. I might even protract that a little bit. I think I'm mostly going to be using the side lamp here.
Okay.
There's a
So
lamp. There's a light along the top. The little skinny guy here. I'm just switching to the photo so people can see.
So yeah, quick rundown on this boy. It has a side lamp and a front lamp, just for anyone who doesn't know. Super slim, super lightweight, several different
470
modes.
lumens.
It's got a police mode where it goes blue and red just to scare, back alley subdwellers. I don't know.
Subdwellers.
Well,
What a Merry Christmas.
They're not regular dwellers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in the cockles. Maybe even in the subcockles.
Sometimes you just gotta scare Joe out of your backyard, okay? Like it's damn dude, like it's
Indeed. It's this
they're
light is also,
subdwellers.
Did I read that correctly? Did it say it's 38 grams?
Mm-hmm.
So it's barely more than an ounce.
Yeah.
Weighs nothing. But yeah,
There's some detailed specs on it here. Yeah.
It's a sweet light, and like I said, 470 lumens, all the way down to what's the low? 23.
Yes.
It doesn't have like a moonlighty.
Well, the moonlight is 30 lumens.
Oh wow.
On the round, yeah. But
yes.
It is such a heavily diffused light that if, say, you're wearing it on your chest, like I'm probably going to be when I'm using this thing, I think that's going to be about perfect. I think that's going to be awesome.
Is that because secretly you're going to pretend to be Iron Man?
No. I'll be completing my cosplay for
no
James from Silent Hill. Just have the little chest light rig going on.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, 470 lumens. It only shoots that beam 32 meters. So very diffused, light up an area, kind of light, which a lot of these flat flashlights are for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So the reason why I thought it was 150 was I was going to be cheeky and be like, but also you can get a couple different types of flat flashlight, all under that $150 price point.
You can. It's true. Also, what's true is currently black, but coming soon to a cutting edge near you, multiple colors. Probably not before Christmas, but you know.
How many colors?
I don't know. Look at Claris's website, bitch.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do that instead of doing the stream now. That's fine.
Well, no, Joe could do it, so we could all be part of it together.
Let's do this, Joe. I'm here for it.
I
think pink. I think tealies. I think orange, maybe.
Like tealy, like Tiffany blue tealy, or
Claire's
like the.
Do they have a blue? Do they have a blue?
They had a Tiffany before. Didn't
they have two different blues. Fuck
there.
Yeah!
Oh, I like that. The tealy. The orange is nice too.
I don't dislike really any of those. Even the gray looks okay.
Yeah, it does. What are you trying to say?
That flashlight companies usually fuck up gray anno. Looking at you, Claris.
If you were to get like a rectangular magnet, could you just like put one on all four sides and just have lights coming out of all four directions?
You wouldn't even need a
front and side.
You wouldn't even need a rectangular magnet. You just need a strip of steel because isn't it magnetic on the back?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So a square piece of steel, square tube.
I was gonna get really pedantic and be like, well, because of the polarity on the magnets, no, only two of them will fit because the polarity is the same. Probably.
I actually don't know if they would bother to arrange them at the same way each time. So you might have ones that repel and some that attract.
I'm going to be honest. I'm basing that purely on the charger on the back of this thing. So I'm way off base as far as
the polar chargers.
These are all the same.
Yeah. Polar chargers are going to be a little bit different.
I'm just wondering if you can have a Gandalf staff with like four beams coming off the top.
Probably.
I mean,
It'd be
And
for
then
the
one
best.
shooting straight out the and then you can get a diffuser for the top piece.
That
And also the side pieces.
that seems excessive. I love it.
I can set it up so it's like 4 cop cars coming at you.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
geez.
that's how Kylo Ren's broadsword got invented. I think is
It's like, what if we just had
diffusers.
more lightsaber?
What if our lightsaber had more lightsaber?
My
It had a
God.
mini lightsaber coming off of both sides.
Get Mr. Disney on the phone.
This man's a genius.
That's Dr. Disney.
Well, Mr. Doctor.
Didn't go to 10 years of Disney college.
Hey, that's a color that's not in the lineup. Is that the same as the gray? It can't
Don't worry
be.
about it.
That looks olive green.
Because this is their
Sage is the
gray.
color of the season.
Wait. I'm so confused. Is that the vibrant orange? Okay, so the elegant gray isn't actually shown in that lineup? Or it just looks way darker than it actually is? Okay, still not the worst color in the world. Probably my least favorite, though, if this is how it actually looks. But anyway, the actual flashlight you say.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I followed the rules, even when y'all thought I wasn't gonna.
Well,
As
couple
far as you know.
couple things.
You better
can
come
run-
back around. You better have more to say on the next one.
What do you want me to say? It's a fantastic flashlight. I like the fact that it's got the 2 beams. Actually, the one thing that I will say, Dennis, you reminded me. Thank you. I had a conversation with Joe recently where he made a comment about how he thinks flashlights that point their the light section upwards are dumb if you're going to clip it to a pocket.
Yes.
And
I see what you're
I
saying.
don't think he's ever seen an E5 because it does that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is still dumb. I don't like the clip
Is it
orient.
though?
Yep.
Because of the way that the other light is.
This
Don't
is
you want it to be sitting that upright?
okay for people who are actually going to use that skinny forward beam. Sure, that makes sense if you're going to attach it to, say, a ball cap, like you've got this guy is he's wearing one in the photo here, and he got the light coming forward. Okay, fine, sure, it makes sense for that. But actual for storage in a pocket, I don't like it.
I understand, and I will
But-
say
I can tuck it inside the front of my belt and always have Halloween stories ready to happen. Like,
There's pros and cons to this.
you see the orientation that it is on the backpack and in the pocket,
Yes.
where like that forward facing light.
Okay.
Not the side light, the big round guy.
Yeah.
Is
That
on the top of the light.
and that does make sense for when you're wearing it outside of a pocket. I'm mostly thinking about just carrying it and then it getting dirty and filthy and whatever else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that if you were to flip it the other way around, I don't think it would actually change the function of it that much.
But
But
you
it would
would,
look wrong.
and you would have the light lower. Yeah, that would be kind of
Yeah.
awkward. Yeah. No,
It would just look weird.
it's not unless they had like one of those double windy clips. But then that's gonna get bulky. Yeah, no, I think this is probably the right way to do it. I just don't like it. I just don't like the clip orientation. It's not going to stop me from buying one. For how much use I would get out of that little side light. Yeah. It's a 450 milliamp hour battery. So this thing's not going to take like anything really to charge, and it'll run for 10 hours on low.
Yeah,
That's kind of significant. Like that's a lot better than the what was the previous headlamp that we all liked with the little is it H2? H3? I can't remember.
I think it's 17 hours on low.
It's the HC3.
The HC3.
If you're talking about the plastic one,
Does that actually go to the 17 hours? That's crazy. Damn. I guess I'm used to using it on high. Which
Yeah, just because
it's like-
camping, it's so dark out there, you don't need high beam. Like I've got it on red and low most of the time.
I red blinker it off my hammock all night for both nights and don't charge it in between. Not all
I
night.
thought it was H3.
Until I go to bed.
Is it H1? No.
HC3?
HC, HM.
Ah, yes, HC3, I believe. Oh, that's a different.
How about HM? HM1.
No, this one just has a gray body. This photo is
Oh,
more
okay.
accurate to the ones we have. Yeah, I just wanted to see if they had a specs list on here. They don't.
Go cutting edge. It's your birthday.
Hmm.
I
What
want you
about?
to know this is your fault.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to know. This is my wife's fault.
Yeah.
I think the 27-hour runtime specified here is just due to the red light, but anyway.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
But I think it's 17 on. I think it's decent. Either way. Anyway. Shmee, that's a pretty good one. It's not a kitchen knife. I'll let it slide.
Just for the record, the what's the one that we were just looking at? The E5.
Yes, the E5.
So
You
the
mean-
E5 weighs as little as that plastic headlamp.
And it's an aluminum body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Claris's website also doesn't have all of the information published.
I'm gonna attach it to my ball cap when we're camping, and then I'm gonna turn on the police mode. I'm gonna have a little disco party all to myself.
All by yourself, you
It's
say?
okay.
All by myself.
When you're breaking all the laws out there and conservation's coming over to check it out, you can just turn on your police mode and be like, "Don't worry, we're
got
already
'em."
here, boys. We'll take care of it."
I'll be taking over from here. This is my crime scene now.
Sir, where are your pants?
just go running off into the woods and wait for them to show up, and then come walking out with the police thing going on.
Yep.
All right, I need the names and then badges of everyone involved. All right, budget picks, you say?
Budget picks.
Joe.
Yeah,
You
I
going?
got one that's even preloaded in this other tab.
Oh, convenient.
I also chose not a knife for my budget pick, but it's something that I think makes an excellent gift, regardless of who you're buying for. It's the Easy Lap with the superfine diamond and a
Okay.
ceramic.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you're like gonna loophole this kitchen knife shit.
No.
I was worried in Paul
You
the
could
whole
use
time.
you could use this. That would be deeply funny, actually, to
It's a
have
peeler.
one of those picks. No, you could use it to sharpen a kitchen knife. For $55, this is a pretty decent little guy. I'm thinking that this is going to make itself at home in pretty much anyone's kit. Something where you could fold it up, stash it away, take it camping, take it to work. You're not terribly afraid of losing it. And the Easy Lap diamonds, they last a really long time as long as you're not really reefing on them. And even then, they can last a pretty long time. I've got some coarse diamond paddles from them that have done some work.
Well, and even when they lose their like original kind of
Bite.
abrasiveness, they it's kind of like S30V where they just go down to a working edge and just last that way for a really, really long time. Like I got super fine stuff that's sitting 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it's still a noticeable difference when you're using it compared to when I switch over to like a medium stone on Spyderco's. And I'm like, yep, nope, it definitely cuts in a lot faster still. So.
Is there a difference when you compare it to a new superfine?
Oh, probably.
I've noticed the difference.
I wonder if you could use it as like separate stages in the
So
sharpening.
there was a brief time when I actually had two superfine paddles, the little blue sticky guys, the little, I think they're like $17 or something. I had two of them because I thought I had lost the first one, so I bought a replacement, and then I later lost both of them together, which is just great. But in the short period where I had both, there was a discernible difference between the two. But it wasn't much. It wasn't like a crazy difference or anything. And I think that's because Superfine is already so I'm not gonna call it untextured, but like it's already such a fine texture. It's not like the difference between a coarse, like I think of like a fresh coarse paddle and then one that you've been using for 5 years. I don't think it would be like that.
Would one go so far as to call it superfine?
That's just it. Yeah, I think so. I think they should. I think they should include that in their marketing.
They should try it. It would be
probably
good.
Probably sell more units,
Unit.
Yeah. Decent choice.
And I think you all should have one.
And as I'm sitting here
I need one.
watching Paul with his fancy flashlight.
Yeah.
And speaking of, E5 is USB, micro USB, USB-C.
Micro USB, or no, sorry, yeah, USB-C.
USB-C.
Truly is
Good.
the USB-C.
So you've got that for Paul's pick. And then you've got a sharpening tool for Joe's pick. And it's funny because I'm sitting here thinking to myself that you have a nice little survival kit thing going on for like $100. You got 45 on your end, 55 on the end. You're sitting at $100 right now. You got a sharpener, you got a flashlight.
Oh yeah.
Man, if someone just had some sort of budget pick that was a knife, you would almost have a perfect little survival kit bundle.
It's a damn shame no one's picked a
to
knife.
finish off our budget picks.
It's really going to be funny when you don't pick a knife this time.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Okay.
And
okay.
the best part is when it comes to the pick, it would work really well in a nice little budget survival kit. So, Joe, search engine.
We're right there.
QS 155-A1.
Oh yeah. We've talked about this guy here on the channel before.
And keeping well within your $100 price point. So now we're sitting at a $180 bundle for this survival kit with a $300 budget. I don't know which one of you people talk to my relatives about staying under budget, but good job. Good job.
Hey, you know, it's up to $100. It's not $100.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I kind of like that too. This is a new enough knife that chances are, if you are buying this for someone, probably not going to have it. It's a standard enough design. It's going to fit most hands very well. It's using a decent enough blade steel that you could do basically whatever you want with it within the purview of like harder use fixed blade. And yeah, combined
with the knife, Joe.
Well, combined with all the other picks, all I'm saying is you could get away with a lot of stuff.
He's trying to get away with stuff. He's
well,
pervy with it.
I'm saying you could. I'm not saying you should.
Yeah. It is very quickly becoming like beating an SRK for top pick for budget knife.
It is a fantastic option for sure. I would put it on par with the SRK as far as like if somebody's coming in, it's these two I'm putting in front of you, and you make a decision based off of what survival means to you.
Well, and I think this one comes across a little bit more as a knife, a little bit less as a sharpened pry bar. I like the SRK, but even with that hollow grind, it's pretty close to a sharpened pry bar.
It's a little chunk honkies behind the edge.
That wasn't even where I was going with the. I was more thinking steel choice. Easy to sharpen, high carbon versus slightly more difficult to sharpen in the field. But luckily, you have a superfine and ceramic sharpener with you, and a flashlight to sharpen by.
100%.
And if you need to sharpen in the middle of the night, you can put it on the brim of your hat and shine the side lights straight down.
There's no hat. That wasn't included in the gift. No hat for you.
Oh, you should have bought a Civivi. They would have thrown in one free for you.
And you would never have to worry about the flashlight hitting you in the face because the brim's this friggin' long.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about being blinded by putting that side lamp going straight down too, because it wouldn't hit your lap either at that point.
Just a spotlight for your friends. It's fine.
If you've never seen the Civivi hat, yeah, it's got a bit of a bill.
It's got a Donald Duck bill. That's what it's got. Yeah.
I'm not sure how you guys feel about the harder Kydex loopy bit for the belt attachment. I'm okay with it. I'm pretty okay with it. I know some people like to bitch about those things.
I'm pretty okay with it. The scout carry, dropping it below your belt, I'm not in love with. As far as comfort carry,
I can understand having it lower than, say, a backpack if you're wearing it behind your
That is fair.
A little lower than like kind of around like your tailbone kind of deal. You're able to grab in that area under your bag.
That's a fair point. I don't scout carry, so I shouldn't comment on it too much.
That's fair. I haven't in a long time. Cross draw's as close as I get.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Some mall ninja shit.
Oh, dude, it was a Marauder even. It
Oh wow.
wasn't even my knife.
You talking like the Cold Steel Marauder, like
Yeah.
the 10-inch friggin' Bowie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Joe. All right.
Anthony had it set up for a hike one day, and he's like, "Try this," and I'm like, "It did," but like like you said, felt like a real mall ninja the entire time. It was great.
Yeah.
Wasn't anywhere near a mall.
It's just a bear comes out of the woods and you're just like full on predator mode as you pull your knife.
Yeah.
So they have a coated option. Coated one's a little bit softer.
Oddly enough.
They have a green handled one, which normally I would kind of lean towards the green handled one, but the green is kind of not burlappy enough. If the green was a heavier burlap easian.
So
So dye some burlap is what you're saying?
I don't know that it's necessarily a problem with this burlap. That's pretty open. So the burlap micarta is going to be mostly resin by volume. The canvas is definitely going to be more like dense fabric. So I don't think that's going to matter day to day, but if you want like the absolute most impact resistant handle material choice, the canvas micarta is probably the better option. But the burlap does look nicer. I like the texture in it a lot more.
And it's not like it's not going to be tough.
No, it's still micarta. It's not.
Yeah.
It's going to take a pretty good beating.
All those holes in the handle are going to be more of a problem than,
Yeah.
burlappy is. Skeletonized tanks. Just throw that knife in the garbage.
100%.
I'm starting a band.
Skeletonized tang.
Yep.
Yeah, called it.
Yeah.
I've heard.
What's that drink taste like? It's
yeah, funny you should ask. It tastes like skeletonized tang.
Like the whisper of an orange.
Like you take a sip and you hear someone yell the word orange like a block away.
Oh, what is it, LaCroix?
Exactly. Yeah, the number of times I've heard people talk shit about holes in tangs and things like this, and then swear by, in the next breath, the Buck 120 or the 119 as far as a hard use, beat the hell out of it handle. It's like, sure, okay, we're gonna pretend that these two were somewhat comparable.
Well, we got a stick tang, and this little stick tang. It's the same. The same things.
In a handle made almost purely out of resin.
Resin with aluminum bolsters. Good luck, buddy. Yeah.
But it's phenolic with a pH,
Yeah.
Because phenolic with an F would be just misspelling it, but that's okay. It's fine.
There is that.
It's okay. You're not the one who misspelled it, so it's all good.
You don't know.
I'd say those are some pretty good picks.
Not if you don't give me a chance.
Well, there's time for second and third chances later. We'll, Oh, speaking of second chances.
Indeed.
Oh,
that's where I was going with
that.
So, mid-tier. What's the price point on this one? What made-up price point are you going to put on this one, Paul?
This was up to $250, was it not?
Oh, okay. Good. At least we have the same made-up number this time.
I mean, all numbers are made up, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, what he said.
Don't start with me.
Oh, I'll start. Well, actually, if Paul wants to start, yeah.
I was going to say, who is going to start?
I mean, I assumed I was going to continue down our little... I almost called it a Ferris wheel, but that's not right.
Yeah. Roller coaster of love.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster of something.
Wow.
So Joe, in that little search bar there.
Oh, I'm on there.
You could literally just type in bag, and it would come up.
Oh,
top of the list.
The Bagosies.
So you want to talk about the black one, huh?
Sure.
Okay, because that is the top one, but there's also the silver one.
Yeah, and they both fall in under that price point. So my
That's
choice is both
cheating.
of them.
Stop cheating.
As I'm
He's
saying,
like, buy
No.
all the flashlights.
you gotta
Buy
talk.
all the bag
you
daggers.
gotta talk about one ball. You gotta choose one.
If you pick all the Chris Reeves for your next pick, I swear to God.
You did say
It's-
no limit, no limit on the third pick. So
If I gotta pick one, it's the short one.
okay, I think that's the correct choice as well. But so
But can I pick the short one, but in silver?
yes, because they're
Yes, you
basically
can.
the same price.
But not for this Christmas. You have to wait till next Christmas,
All
son.
right, I know what my middle pick for next year is.
Hell yeah! Now it's up to you to
Because
remember.
they'll be expanding. They'll be expanding, but not before the 25th, son.
Indeed. Yeah. If you know this channel and you know me and Joe, you know daggers, and
Joe
that's one of
knows.
them.
Joe knows daggers.
I like daggers. They're fun. They're stupid.
Well, we both like daggers. Is where I was going with that.
Yes.
Both. With a capital
Man.
L right in the middle.
Right between the holes in this little weird blade.
Indeed. I know it's not built for it, and I wouldn't actually do it, but I really want to throw this thing. I want to no spin the hell out of this knife.
Oh, I thought you were going to baton.
No.
It's a batoning competition between this and the Canary.
All right, there you go. Let's do it.
All right.
But I have to get it in black then. If that's the case, I'll have to strip the coating.
Is the black one slightly softer in this particular situation?
So-
as the conversation that has been
it's a different
trendy.
steel. It's
Well,
1095 versus
Oz 10.
Oz 10.
Yeah.
I guess I'll let you get away with it this time.
Yeah.
So I am kind of curious about that because I think
Can
VG10 is rated about as tough as 1095 for similar hardness. So if they are hardened similarly, I might actually take the stainless option to go die in the woods with.
Yeah, that's the one I want. I have to pick that one next year. Can you click on the sheath for a quick second?
Oh
Can
yeah.
we just talk quickly about the fact that
Oh, the Secure X sheath. I mean the cold steel. I mean
we don't know where this one was made, but there are
yeah.
hints.
There's some pretty unsubtle hints here for sure. Which is
Indeed.
fine, for the record. OEM factories are allowed to make products for multiple companies. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Absolutely, and cold steel makes a nice sheath. I like the option here as far as all of that goes. I might do what I do with a lot of my cold steel knives and weasel them into a carabiner, S-beaner of some type.
Mm.
You know, one of these bad boys. You could even buy these and add them to the gift, and you'd still be under budget. Just saying.
I don't know that I'd want this knife to carry that low, but fair.
I want to carry it like a cowboy.
That's a personal preference thing that I suppose you're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout carry it. Two of them attached to each other, and then attached to my belt.
So
I got one on each side.
bag knives are not exactly common. It's only been over the last year or 2 years that there's been a number of folders available. Also at cutting edge.
They're starting to make a swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fixed blades are relatively new. I don't know that there have been non-custom fixed blades out of Beg's design repertoire. Yeah.
I think just within the last year or so, they came out with the alligator. They also came out with a crazy sawback looking. That was last year. So
Okay.
they had a couple in the repertoires.
But it is
One of the
nice. Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh, go ahead. You're still on topic, so you finish that up, and then I'll jump in after.
All I was going to say is that it's nice to see a new dagger release that isn't just a rehashing of a World War II era fighting knife, although it clearly takes inspiration from certain elements of those things. It's not just this is really derivative of a Fairbairn Sykes or of an Applegate Fairbairn.
The Mark II.
The Mark II,
Or,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's in and around the same size of the 6-inch blade and honestly almost a 6-inch handle. Like it's pretty even ratios in this thing. Anyway, yeah, it's cool to see. I do like it.
Do we know who designed this one?
There's no signature on the back of the blade, and I didn't do any research on that Yeah, I'm assuming
I'm
this is just a
guessing-
bag design.
I'm
Bag.
guessing Mark Big.
The one thing I will say about this too is a fairly long handle on it, so it'll fit a lot of options as far as hand size, which is really nice.
The other thing, and I think people are underestimating the chikonk on these ones. When
Yeah.
it comes to these Filoso daggers, I don't think people realize how wide of a blade they are. This
Yeah.
is not a wasp dagger. This is a chinquedo. This is a gut shovel. This is it's not that bad,
No,
but
it's getting there.
she's not. She's wider than a
Not-
counter tack.
I was gonna say not quite 3 fingers wide for me. I'm thinking, but it's close. It's pretty close.
Wider than that, for
yeah.
sure.
It's wider than a fixed bladed infidel. It's
Like-
wider than a counter tack.
Would you say probably 50% wider than this?
Girthier.
1.5 times?
And
One would say girthier.
More
the
girthier.
handle length between the two is the same. It's exactly the same handle profile. And because it's such a long handle, being able to have your thumb in that little groove that they've got actually makes this super duper comfortable to hold in that grip. A lot of knives, if they don't have some extra handle on the bottom, I find they don't lock in quite the same way. You don't get the same kind of leverage and control. Not that I'm a knife fighting expert or anything, but I have fenced with daggers before. I was somewhat familiar. But more than anything else, this thing is just
I have stabbed
cool.
a man in the middle of the night, you know? It's
Well, it was in the middle of the night at a community center, so. And it wasn't outside the community center, it was the inside. And he was also trying to stab me. So
Was he a Zamboni driver?
his name was Scruffy. He was a janitor.
Yeah, that it all makes sense.
Exactly. The handles.
gotta
So, nylon handle. I am surprisingly okay with it. The disappointment that I felt when I handled the daggers the first time lasted for maybe a second. And then after holding it a few more seconds, you're like, okay, yeah, no, this is pretty great. I really don't care. This is a nylon handle. This is pretty nice.
I kind of want to model a different materials handle off of that handle and just make like a wood or micarta version of
Ooh.
it myself.
Mokutai handles. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
copper and then shipwreck them
Oh God, yeah.
and then learn
So
how
it's
to
a
throw it
bludgeon?
no spin.
I was
because
gonna
it'll
say-
never rotate properly.
There's your throwing knife.
Can you? Are no spin knives back weighted?
No, I'm just being a smartass.
No, but I think they might be. If you think
No.
about like,
No.
if you
not
think of
really.
the ones that I'm thinking of, where they're like wider at the end and they taper down to a point.
I mean, maybe
Stop talking like you're the one drinking 8.5% beer here, Paul.
No, I'm drinking mead.
Oh.
I need to go get another one of those little moonshiner
It's like-
little bottles. Huh.
12 or 14%.
Good
And I
pick.
drink Rattlers.
Good pick. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice
I-
and
I
solid.
thought so.
Daggers are again one of those things that you don't necessarily buy for yourself unless you have a dagger fetish for whatever reason. Up until that point, yeah, this is cool. This is really
So
cool.
in my hypothetical setup of attaching two of them together, Mall Ninja style, do you
Yeah.
go 2-6 or do you go a 6 and an 8?
2, 6,
And
6.
which direction do you go?
Well, again, it depends on if you're throwing no spin or not. Yeah.
6 on one side, 8 on the other. And if that's the case, which hand has the 8?
Depends on
I-
how long of a chain between the two I get.
I was gonna say I'm gonna
Ah.
link them together with a chain. Hold the chain in your mouth and you whip your neck around to throw both of them at the same time.
Knife chucks. I'm here for it.
Mouth thrown knife chucks.
I got called a hipster for drinking mead, and if drinking mead makes me a hipster, then I guess I'm a hipster. 'Cause
Well, no, but the difference is that people don't know the right mead to drink. Hipsters drink trash mead.
Oh, I'll drink whatever's put in front of me. It's
I drink.
See, rest my case.
For the record, Dennis, they have this at the at Co-op Liquor now.
The Chinook or the ginger.
The Boucher.
Ah, I see. I see. So, Joseph.
yeah. This fucking guy.
Yes, fucking guy.
I
What do you have
did.
for us?
Well, I did have a tab loaded. Now I gotta make sure it still is loaded.
Oh, this fucking guy's got a tab.
Yeah, I kind of also went the fun route. At least I think I did.
All right.
It's a Joe kind of fun.
Well, I mean, it's a Dennis kind of fun too, and I think it might even be a Paul kind of fun. It's a Plan A from Condor.
Oh,
I mean,
I see. I see.
I hear you don't need a plan B.
No,
If
no,
that's your
no.
plan A.
If this is
Sub
the
250, that does fall into it. And wait, hang on a sec. Did you buy? You didn't buy. Did you buy a big grizzly?
me?
Bark River? No.
No, he bought a big
Trail Buddy, but that was a
Trail
long
Buddy.
time ago, and I sold that. I forget who I sold it to.
I thought it was
So
Alex.
the
Probably
Plan
Alex.
A has very much a grizzly style handle.
Yes,
Very
and I
much so.
First time I handled the Plan A, I was like, oh my god, why aren't they suing people? But I don't
do
care
like that
because it's
knife.
comfy as hell. So keep doing what you're doing.
I was trying to make the picture bigger. There we go.
I don't need another goddamn Bowie.
See, but again, this is gift buying season.
I know.
So here's the thing.
Something you can buy yourself.
A lot of knife guys are looking at this. Condor, what, 1075?
Yeah, you can slap it
200
around.
bucks? Well, it's the kind of thing they may not necessarily buy for themselves. Again, but heavily contoured handle is stupid comfortable regardless of your hand size for the most part. I've met one person who didn't like it. They had like small, medium hands. Pretty decent Kydex sheath. It's good in a bunch of different weather conditions. I mean, I can speak from experience. Condor's 1075 is amazing. It's touches up very easily. As far as a woods knife, yeah, this is a freaking awesome pick. It's badass as hell. Look at that thing. Paul's talking about hunting predators earlier. I'd rather have this than the Marauder.
Really?
Ah.
I mean, I'll take both.
I mean, is both an option? Shit. All right. Well.
My brain immediately went to fully serrated Marauder, if I'm being honest. So.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, there might be a slight preference there. Yeah.
I still need to buy one of those stupid things.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Yeah, that's one I'll let you get away with. It's appropriate. It's appropriate.
I mean, it's still
I'm
a
here for
knife, and it's not for cooking, so you better let me get away with it.
Sub 250. It's not a made up price point, so that's good. That's good.
No. I mean, on sale right now, it's what is it, 2? But it's normally 230. So yeah, it's getting up there, closer to that limit for sure. But I think it still fits.
Yes, it does, sir. I guess that just leaves me.
It does just leave you.
I mean, sometimes I just have to leave. So, I mean,
just leaves the call. Oh,
just goodbye.
Oh, I see.
So it's funny how Joe's talking about doing funsies on the second pick and playing with Condor Bowies and showing off Plan A Bowies, because if you brought up the Condor Undertaker Bowie, that's my pick for a second pick.
It sure fucking is. Yeah. Yeah,
So I've been
sure
looking
is.
at this stupid knife for a couple years because I like coffin handles. I have several things that have coffin handles, including my latest Boker, which was called the Coffin.
So Dennis may or may not have a type, is what he's trying to say.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Stop trying to pigeonhole me like that.
Oh, I'm not. I like this knife too.
I do. Do either one of you find the blade cartoony?
Not cartoony, but when I'm holding it, it feels like, oh, this is just like the name would suggest. This is just for messing people up. It's the hollow grind on this thing, and it does not come across in pictures, but the hollow grind on this thing makes a buck look like nothing. Like, holy shit, scary.
When you say cartoony, I say darn tootin'.
I don't
like
mean
Yosemite
cartoony
Sam
in a bad way necessarily. It's just it's
I want to be Yosemite Sam.
I feel like this knife is almost based on like the old Western Bowie that was like based on the old like spaghetti western style knives.
How dare you, sir?
It's got a little
This
bit of that to
knife
it.
with the Western? I don't know, man. You're stretching Bowie definitions
Well, now
here.
we got to
I
bring up a
only
picture of the
mean
Western Bowie.
I only mean in the sense that both of them seem to get wider as they get towards the clip.
I guess, but damn, dude, like
Wild West Bowie, my mistake.
Mm.
This one looks more cartoony to me, and maybe it's because of the crook of the handle.
And it absolutely
well,
is.
because this one's just a ripoff of the Western Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
So there's nothing about the reminiscent of. It just is a ripoff of. Yeah. But I don't know about the Undertaker, man. Coffin
And
handle, straight cross guard,
It's
I
pretty
don't
cool.
think it's a bad thing. It's literally only in the blade shape.
straight blade, straight spine. I don't know, man.
They both have a straight spine.
Someone needs to go to Bowie school.
I was gonna say, I think
Maybe
the
not
Colt.
a parallel spine, but a straight spine.
Well, it's straight, but I'd say yeah, the spine on that definitely comes up. It thickens out.
Yeah, it almost seems like the Undertaker, instead of widening at the spine, widens at the edge. Like the edge comes down, and then it gets clipped.
Creates more belly. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
It's definitely a looker. I love that style of dual rivets in 3 sections
Yes.
down the handle. That's such a cool look for a knife. And I gotta be honest, I don't know. I have seen even some knife makers whose work I really like, generally speaking. I've seen like the tiny rivets on the sides, and it just doesn't do it for me the same way that this does. Even though the tiny rivets are probably better in terms of retaining the strength of the steel tang, but yeah.
I like the tiny rivets for like daggers and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny rivets and daggers.
Quick side, Jose, thanks for joining us. What are you carrying this evening? Halfway through the eves, we got the number 2 picks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Mike Kyber that's got dual rivets down the outer edge.
But yeah, but how good is it at doing an uppercut?
I mean, depends on how you hold it.
See.
Reverse
and is it a tiger uppercut?
Oh, no, it's a Kyber. It's a Kyber uppercut.
I don't know what one of those looks like, so I might have lost.
It's like doing it with the Jotsing Khalsa from Spyderco. That's a Kyber uppercut.
What, just holding one?
I mean, you're not far off.
So yeah, number 2 picks. Keep this train moving.
Yeah.
Fancy Town, USA.
So wait. I just want to point out your limit was $250.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a point about it being $10 over the $150 limit. I really want it to be a $150 limit. Apparently,
well,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
The funny thing about that,
why you won't let $150 die. No one said 150 except for you, repeatedly.
Yeah.
it's like a fucking brainworms, man. It's stuck in his head. I think we need to come up with a 150 category for next year. Just like it's
a surprise. We won't tell Paul.
We know that he'll have picks ready. We're just not going to tell him ahead of time.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Oh, and all of us will forget this conversation ever happened.
Yeah. I've already forgotten.
Forgot what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
The Leatherman arc would be a great option, Jose. You are correct.
Oh, I thought that was just you unceremoniously dropping your third pick. No lead up. Just fuck you, Leatherman arc.
I mean, I could.
Jose's 2 cents on the unlimited, because that is over the $250 price point.
And you know what? Absolutely. I am going to show off a picture of it because I think that is actually worth looking at for a sec. If you don't feel like paying $300 all at once, instead of $420 all at once, you can pay $75 4 times. You can do these things. I love that we have a Sezzle payment option. Yeah, MagnaCut comes with. I always forget it comes with these extra bits and the magnetic system.
Yeah. And a gray sheath.
Yeah, to make it stand out, just a little bit more, a little bit more.
Well, weren't the freeze in the gray sheaths too?
I don't remember. I try to forget that those multi-tools existed.
I was gonna say, I don't think the freeze came with a sheath.
They came with the pocket clip, didn't they? And just the pocket clip.
So does the arc.
And just the pocket clip.
No,
is,
no,
yeah.
but the arc's not screwing you. You see, that's the difference.
It's kind of it. It's kind of it.
That's it. No, so on I guess on to my choice.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, we can start with Paul. We started with Jose. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Jose joined the rotation there. It was great.
No
Oh, yeah.
one else got a pick in the goddamn chat, and Jose comes in 2/3 of the way through.
I got an idea.
He gets a spotlight. Like, all right, to everyone else.
They
No
came out
showing up on time.
with a great price point right at the right time.
Timing is half the battle. Don't worry about it.
No doubt. This is like the Academy Awards. You come in late, steal the show. It's good.
So my option for my unlimited is slightly less unlimited than it could have been.
How dare you?
Is it over 250 at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I was like, if it still falls into your mid-range category and you just couldn't make up your mind, so you picked both of them, also weak sauce. But continue on.
No, it's $310 if that gives it away at all.
I see. It is. It does give it away.
Does it?
Give it away. Give it away now. Yeah, I know exactly what you're about to pick.
You know it's the Pokey?
Yeah, I do know it's the Pokey.
I didn't forget how to spell Pokey, and so only wrote PAC.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Get Pokey.
Look at it.
Yo-aya.
Look at it. Look at it. Look
Yeah.
at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's cool.
3V, and despite everyone online saying that the sheath is crap, the sheath is only mildly crap, not completely crap. It's fine. Get over it.
Just ride the spine. It works fine.
Ride the spine like every other benchmate.
Did you have to make it rhyme?
I didn't have to, and I didn't intend to, but
you did.
Happy
accident. And riding the spine.
Here we are.
Without riding the spine going into a sheath is probably best practices anyway. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I didn't know that people had an issue with the sheath. I just took it and it was like burp, 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 burp. Yeah, it works fine.
Yeah, I suppose if you're doing things correctly, no big deal.
I will say we actually watched a couple videos, and that was the one complaint that people had a couple times in a couple different videos. So we went in with the preemptive, hey, this might be an issue before we even played with it. And then you played with it for half a second and you're like, oh no, it's not actually an issue. People are just weak sauce. So. And yes, 3V, Jose, good for you. SE, yeah, good for you. Some slight thingies with the production on this, Joe. You kind of know. I don't know if you remember the things with the sheath being made in one place and then the knife being made in another place.
Exactly. I forget who was making what. I know that it's not their regular factory who's doing the Pocayas. And it's yet another different factory. It might even be White Mountain Knives or White River Knives, whichever. Forget which one. That's doing the sheaths and then sending the sheaths over based off models that were given to them. So that might be why the sheath is slightly finicky, but do keep in mind this is just Kydex. This is something that you could mod and fix yourself if you really love the look of the knife and the feel of it and all that. But
there's no picture of the backside, eh?
No,
is it just
not here.
Kydex clip.
I really actually almost picked this knife myself, and that's why Paul, when he was saying 309 and blah, 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 because I kind of believe that this is like SE's new generation Azula. If you don't own an Azula yet, and I almost picked an Azula as my mid-range, but it's kind of flogging a dead horse on the Azula because I just, pardon me, rave about it. I rave about it all the time. So to pick an Azula for my mid-range pick would just kind of be like flogging a dead horse on this one.
Wanted to go to SC's. Oh, this is their forums. I just wanted to go to their shop. Oops.
Success. My knife is no longer rusty.
There we go. I just wanted to see the reverse of the page because Paul had asked, and now I'm not seeing it. Wow. Okay. Can I search? Is that? Yeah. Here we go. Huh. Your search yielded no results. Well, I'm on SE's website, so that's cool. That's great. What about searching the product number? Do we have that here?
It's ESPA CAY.
Oh, I copy pasted it. Thank you, though. No search results. What the fuck, guys?
They are denying that knife exists, sir.
But why? Do
Don't
they have
worry
to
about
fix a listing? I won't say that this is Zula 2.0. The geometry on the Pokaya is way more aggressive than the blade on the Azula. I think if you're buying an SE and you know you're going to be roughhousing with it, I might still pick the Azula, especially if it's going to be used for non-knife tasks. Not that I think the 3V is going to fail, but the geometry on the Azula is just like brick shithouse styles. It's tough.
Well, and I'll be honest, that's part of the reason why I picked the Pokaya.
Well, I was gonna say though, he's talking about the Azula, Joe. I was gonna say, yeah, and you're talking about like more cutting performance.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
though, but 1095 versus 3V.
I think the geometry is going to make more of a difference in terms of catastrophic failure, but if we're talking about failure at the edge, I don't know. That Pokaya is pretty thin. They did a really nice job grinding it down to a decent cutting edge. This still has the SE warranty on it, though, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, they didn't go S35 route on this one.
Yeah. So, I mean, even if you do have like blow a crescent shaped chip out of the edge, I'm sure you could get it fixed up or replaced or whatever. But
Somebody's waiting on a Rex 45 smock to drop in 2 days. Where's that dropping?
that's an exclusive with Blade HQ, I think.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
And as far as Techno 3s coming soon, probably within the next week or so.
Yeah, that should have been my pick.
Techno
Well,
3, it doesn't say add to cart yet.
I was
Yutch.
just gonna say
Touche.
it's not a valid option right now. Yeah.
But it's too bad we didn't do this next week because then it could have been.
Womp womp.
Biatch.
Yeah, give people 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, and apparently there's a couple people saying GP knives, not Blade HQ.
Is that the
Okay.
white and
Thanks for
black
the
one?
correction. Yeah, they had like a. I can't remember what they
Stormtrooper.
said it was. Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't realize that was Rex 45. And yeah, it is a flat grind on the Pokaya. There, Jose.
And it is a white, not a jade. Yeah. Very cool. Ooh, and the
And that
black on
looked
the
like a
Rex
real
45.
DLC too.
God damn it. No, it's titanium carbon nitride. Just a very
Oh, really?
nicely applied one.
Wow, okay. Touche.
God, Spider. That Taichung plant, man, they just fucking kick ass when it comes to fit and finish.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a nice looking knife. Okay, anyway. Pokaya, you say? Yeah.
So, Pokais.
I think this works. I think it's the kind of thing where like a long-term SE fan might hesitate at it, but it seems like such a good option for what it is.
Why are you gonna hesitate?
Again, only because of like I know what SE
Geometry.
guys like to do exactly. I know what they like to do to their stuff, and this is more geared towards cutting more so than a lot of their products. So
My mindset on this is it's a great companion knife to an SE5, SE6, things like that.
yes.
Where you have a knife that is going to do all your hacking and chopping and blah blah blah, and then you've got this thing that's going to help you prepare your meals and make feather sticks
And if you
it's
do
probably
have to push it into any of those other harder roles, yeah, the 3V would take over, and you're not gonna have to worry as much.
that's it.
I could appreciate that as
Also,
a companion knife. Absolutely.
as an EDC, make it a nice little like in pocket slip sheath for it, just slide in.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I agree, sir. I agree. It was also a runner for me. I don't know if it was front runner, but it was a runner.
It was running somewhere.
It ran places.
I'll be honest, the way I figured out my picks is I went through our website and picked out everything that I was like, yeah, that. And then I looked at prices afterwards and I was like, these all fit in these categories. Out of these ones that fit into these categories, you're out, you win.
There you go.
Yeah. And the Pokaya just, I think because I want it, it
Well,
wins.
I'm not gonna lie. That's I kind of want a plan A.
Yeah.
I just want somebody to gift it to me. It's
These were all things that we just want people to gift us. So like,
It's
I really
brilliant.
want to pay $165 for a Plan A or a
Oh.
Undertaker, but I've looked at the Undertaker for like 2 damn years, man. Like that's
Yeah.
you'd think
Well,
I'd own one by now.
The Undertaker's been out for forever too, so I'm surprised that you
Kinda.
don't have one.
I was gonna say I'm kind of surprised they haven't found its way into your collection yet.
Somewhere. Most not. Yeah. So,
What was your pricey boy pick?
wait. I
What's
thought you were
yours?
going.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it mine? Oh, I'm all out of sorts, all out of order here. Um.
He's like making me do shit.
Well,
He's forgot what his unlimited pick was.
no,
It's
no,
all
no,
the Chris Reeves.
Was it a Bakaya?
no. Once again,
He
something
said that like disdainfully. Like
No,
I
no.
know. Like
I'd be
I'm better than that.
not
that's what I
better.
heard.
I'm just thinking if we're talking no limits, the one thing that I think would be an excellent gift is a Wii Knife Solid.
Oh, I see.
Are those still on our website?
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so somebody should snap that up before it vanishes. Yeah, GTC design with a little flippery boy. It is unique, not just in its appearance, but in its functionality. It's very, very cool. It's an integral chunk of a knife. This thing's cool as shit. And yeah, it's $669.99, but hey, you said no limit. And I think this knife would be fantastic as a gift. Somebody
Yeah.
buy it for me, please.
We did say no limit. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the thing we said.
All I'm saying is they're still available. Somebody should take it.
I'm
And-
amazed that those are still available, sir.
That's kind of it. Yeah, I was looking actually just earlier today, double checking some of my picks. Saw this was still available. I'm like, oh, missed that.
That changes things.
I missed that the first time around. I can tell you what my other pick was later, but this thing, yeah. I mean, come on, this is awesome. If money isn't an issue, this thing's so cool.
In diddly.
Refer to our earlier review to find out why.
Oh,
Is
I
it
see.
solid on discount in store? I don't believe so.
Not in our store. We haven't had one for a while.
Yeah, as far as the website even having that knife still available, we're like, wow, that's
There's
something
a good
that's
chance that
fancy.
if it was on discount in store too, it would probably be on discount up there.
Would be thinking.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
And once again, I'm going to highlight those enticing Sezzle payments of $167.50. Yeah, it makes it a
Yeah,
little
but-
bit more digestible, huh?
$170. How frequently? Like, is it once a month? Is it
Every 2 weeks.
okay?
Instead of right now.
Yep.
Give me your money right now.
Right now.
So yeah, that's a good pick, Joe. That's a good pick.
Yay.
Absolutely, it's a solid choice.
I
Um,
need a kill button for the stream. Just suddenly end everything.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's the power button. Yeah, it's.
I thought you were talking about a kill button just for like me
Oh.
on stream.
Nah, see, we need the Oh, I forget what you even call it, but the shotgun collar from Saw.
I see.
Thanks.
oh, I see.
All right.
I thought we were just working on a trapdoor system.
I'm not Mr. Burns. I don't have trapdoor money.
And to the left. No,
He's got
giant
shotgun collar money, but not trapdoor money.
It's the giant hydraulic boot. Come on.
We're in Alberta. How hard do you think it is to come across shotgun slugs and shells? Come on.
Probably.
For the record, I'm not actually planning Paul's death or anything.
I got this all figured out now. I'm gonna blame Joe for my own murder.
Oh yeah. Wait, why do you?
Yeah.
if it's your own murder, kind of
Yeah.
a suicide, dude.
Yeah, but I'm gonna blame Joe for it. You see, we're gonna have video evidence. I'm gonna send it all to the police ahead of time.
Oh,
I murdered myself. So, good times, good times. So I
and
suppose I'm finishing us out here.
there sure is one pick left.
There is one fancy pick left, and I will admit that the Pokey's was on my short list because it's new, it's fancy. There's some available. It's not a crazy amount, even though it's over the 250 price point. And it's probably not something I'd buy myself because I own an Azul's. So why would you buy a Pokey's when you already own the Azul's, right?
The Azules.
So I went back to the list of, and rather than Paul going through the list of things where he looked at, I like it that, I liked it that, I literally filtered 250, highest thing. Let's go from there. What do you got for me? Scroll through. I like that. I like that. I like that. I shortlisted all those things, shortlisted them down to one thing. Did that with the same thing. Sky's the limit. $2,000 is what we have on our thing. Although we've had things over $2,000 on our thing. So I got to talk to our web guy about that. So, but cranked it up highest to lowest, started scrolling down, looked at picks, looked at fancies, looked at Chris Reeves, looked at a whole bunch of things. Shortlisted a handful of things, came down to the list. I picked the Leatherman arc.
Funny.
Jose, you got it, dude. It's-
That's really funny.
That's good shit. So I want to hear your reasoning then. Why did you end up whittling it down to the arc?
I haven't wanted a multi-tool ever. Ever. I've never wanted a multi-tool. I've never seen a Leatherman multi-tool come out and been like, shit, I want that more than most things sitting on our shelf right now.
Damn.
I think I can say that, well, not maybe most things sitting on our shelf, but when I look down the line of like knife selection, EDC, what I'm looking at for gear, the arc's on the short list of everything sitting on the shelf right now.
I do find that somewhat surprising. Yeah.
The locking mechanism is very ambi friendly.
Yes.
So I like that they stole the freestyle locks with those little push tabby locks that simulate a lock back.
The arc is a free. It is. It's a free model with MagnaCut.
Yeah, it's a free done right type of thing.
So weird thing. I want an arc basic. I want an arc but with 420. Because I can probably save a few dollars that way.
You know, it would only be like $250. Like you wouldn't be saving a pile of money.
That's fine. $250 is
they won't though.
Exactly that price point that they should make it at.
They won't though.
Why? What's the price of a free?
Not until Crucible goes out of business, damn it.
At free is 200.
Free's 220, yeah.
Were they 220?
I think so. 219 for the fancy one.
I want this tool selection in a free model, which is what this is. I said when the free first came out, when they put a Wave Plus in the free chassis, I'll buy it. And that's basically what this is.
Yeah, and that's it. Is they took a Wave and they made the blade better cutting edge, better cutting performance, geometry wise. This is a better Leatherman blade than you've seen on most Leathermans.
Yeah, it actually finger pops too. It's nice. It actually will flick open.
Even thickness behind the edge. I've sharpened so many Leathermans. They're gross. They're gross, dude. Like they make an SRK look thin, even with that hollow grind. Like we're gonna go full circle back to that. Like Leathermans are chunks of blades when you're trying to put a profile edge on them, and the Arc is the first one. Well, probably the free series, but they did them with 420. And so now you've actually got a knife blade that you're like, I can actually put this onto like a pocket knife category cutting performance.
And the fact that it is MagnaCut as opposed to something like S30V. You could be as rough with this as you would be with a 420 high carbon blade, which in a multi-tool, I want to be able to be kind of rough with the blade.
I don't know if I want to live in the bizarro world where Dennis carries a Leatherman arc in his pocket instead of a titanium folder.
No, sir.
I don't like that place.
That's dumb. That's a dumb world.
Yeah, that's like the upside
Not,
down.
no, it's not quite the upside down. It's kind of like slightly sideways. It's like those weird drawings where the stairwells became the elevators,
Uh,
became the side of the building,
that's sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know why, but I picture Dennis with a Leatherman arc in his pocket, dressed like a beatnik for some reason.
Because
Um,
that's all it would
Well,
take. Because that's all it would take.
I mean, I have been known to drink some mead from time to time.
yeah. Do you listen to jazz? Do you?
No, F you.
No.
It's-
Good, good.
Why can't you just play the right notes?
What is that from? I
It's The
forget what
Office.
that's right. I hate jazz. I hate jazz too. Why can't they just play the right notes?
Oh, that's a great line.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. It
Yeah.
is. It's I forgot about that. But yeah, anyway, yeah.
Angela's got a couple of good ones in the series.
So yeah, Jose, thanks for spoilers, by the way. It's good times.
Too
Yeah,
funny.
sorry about that.
And that's also why I had to call out the fact that Jose got first pick and that we did a whole highlight on what was going to be my pick.
It's okay. It's a whole Kaiser Soze thing. It's never the one you
So,
suspect.
Still in the limelight.
and I looked at Chris Reeves, like the small and cozies, going for $7 right now. It's pretty sweet. It's if you're into Chris Reeves stuff, it's Magna Cut, it's finger choilies, it's good times. But it's not going to be on my wish list.
So we didn't talk about this beforehand, but can we all just like throw out a runner-up? And I don't care price point wise or whatever, but
Runner-ups, you say?
just one, because you were talking before about how you had a choice and then you changed your choice at the last second. You're like, I'll talk about it later.
Mm-hmm. We can start there because it's nice and easy to talk about, and I don't think it's going to
Sure.
merit a ton of discussion. At least not my pick. It's the full immunity gold class that's somehow still available. I don't always like the gold class options that come out from Benchmade, but every once in a while they come out with one that's like, yeah, that's a sick knife. Like that's really dope, actually. I like it. Yeah, $780. It's not cheap. Uh, maybe it's for me because I'm partial to this specific type of carbon fiber.
Maybe it's
Alternating.
Maybelline.
Maybe it is. No, it's the carbon fiber. So, yeah. So for me, this was the original most expensive pick, and it is. Yeah. Again, it's up there. And no, your eyes don't deceive you. There is some variance in the anodization and
Oh, there's some
the
purple in
thumb
that blue, is there?
screws. Yeah, there's a little bit here and there. There's some of the some of the screws. I don't think
You'll be talking to my lawyer.
well, yeah, I'll tell him the same thing I'm going to tell you. No, I think this is a really well executed design. I particularly like it with the carbon fiber. Uh, yeah, it's damn steel. It's fancy. It's cool.
It's a good option.
This is the kind of thing where like you have someone in your life, and you might have a couple people go in for a gift, or maybe it's a very special Christmas for one reason or another. This would be a pretty stellar gift. But good lord, that price tag.
Yeah. I can go next if you need a moment to remember there, Dennis, or you can go either way.
No, go ahead.
So mine is on the opposite end of the spectrum as far as price,
Oh, okay.
and it's the Lollipop Swayback.
Yeah.
Specifically because I actually bought this for somebody for Christmas. It's a sweet little knife. Again, funny enough, it's a Stockman style swaybacky Stockman with multiple blades and lollipop flavors that all taste like pennies.
Well, I mean, that might be more the brass liners in between each of the colors more than anything, but
No, it's the blood when you try and lick the blade.
there's that too.
Mm.
So there's no shot of this from the side, but thick to thin on that spacer. Yeah.
It's got a funky taper where it gets wider
Like
towards the double blade.
kind of like how this knife is thicker on one side to the other, but with the slip joint and the spacer that is ground down in order to do it. It's this nice little shim of bronze or brass or whatever going right down the middle. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm getting a vomit emoji in chat because of my
Yeah,
for
well,
some hate.
you know.
At least the CRK comes with some Diddy oil in the box. It's Diddy lithium grease. Thank you very much.
He branded it himself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing's sweet. I kind of want one for me.
Yeah.
And
Not
Jacob
saying.
is wrong.
Well, yeah.
You're not saying it, but I will.
Well, no, it's good. I don't know. I once again, and I feel like I'm saying this every other time we do a stream, but I'm kind of tired of just like muted black or gray or monochromatic looking knives. It's nice to see some color options, and it doesn't have to be the case all the time. You can have stuff that's darker, it's fine. You can have stuff that's a little bit more boring, it's fine. But every once in a while, splash of color, it's not going to fucking kill you. It just adds a level of like, okay, this is different. It's somewhat unique.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, good times. Vomit emojis all over, all over. Um,
Rude.
some
Hurtful.
people aren't into the lollipops, you know.
Some people's taste may or may not be wrong.
Look,
And,
nobody said you had to lick it. It's just, it's there. All right.
Maybe that's what he was vomiting at, was the copper flavored lollipops.
Yeah, copy. That doesn't sound good. Like even as a novelty candy, it just doesn't sound like a good idea.
It sounds poisonous, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Those copper compounds, they're not good for you.
So good times, good times.
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if my pick is here. Where? Oh, it is. Ha! There it is. Oh, it's not on sale anymore. Ha! Still add to cart though. So, there was a bunch of Sprint Run Spartacos that came out,
Which one?
and you would think Dragonfly, because I'm a man of the dragonflies. Um, but it's not. It's actually the Indela. It was Spedico Indela for 185.
Yeah.
They're sprint runs, and I mean you can still get the K391, but the K390 gotta watch out for some specklies a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Specklies. It's yeah. Exactly right. So, being that you have to watch out for that a little bit, I might pick the coated versions.
In Microbelt. Yeah.
I hate the fact that we all like the Indela so much after flogging it so hard so early.
And after, if you are going to buy an Indela,
why
not buy a super fancy sprint run version?
Yeah.
No, I've from the moment it came out, my words have always been the same. It is the best knife no one asked for, or the perfect size no one asked for, or whatever it was. My words have never changed.
No,
except for when you forgot.
Because before we got it in hand, we were mocking it. And then we all got it in hand, and we're like, "Well, god damn it, they were right." Yeah. And then your point at that point was absolutely correct. But when it was first announced, we were just like, "Why? Why would you? Have both sizes. Why do you need one in between?"
We were all shitting on it pretty good. I think you even called out the leaf jumper as like this. The leaf jumper already exists, but then you held it and you're like, "Oh, but this isn't a leaf jumper."
But the leaf jumper sucked. Like it's yeah.
See exactly. One of my other unpicked runner-ups actually was this in the Delica. So that's very funny that you were considering the Indela as well. That's funny.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, it was Dragonfly or this for the over $100, the 250 mid-rangey. I was looking at some of the micro melt stuff, and the police doesn't do it for me.
Even the man bug's over. It's 110.
Yeah.
You could have been really pedantic about the whole thing.
I bought a man bug, but it's only because I already own the K3 Dragonfly with the G10 and the blah 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 type of thing, right? Like I can't go back in time and undo perfect dragonflies. It's not my fault.
3 out of the 5 of us at work own man bugs because they're great.
Yes. Flying legal, well under flying legal prices and sizes even.
Yeah.
But I own a Dragonfly. I don't own an Andella yet.
I don't own a
Waiting for that day.
dragonfly or a man bug, and or a dragonfly Andella or man bug, and I think I'm probably just gonna get a regular dragonfly when it comes down to it.
So the other thing with it is all the aftermarketing. Like I aftermarketed man bugs because I got the G10 from the old school days, and
Yeah.
I G10 handled my Dragonfly. Like probably the only reason I don't own an Andella yet is because I haven't been able to find a mod for an Andella. If I could find a handle mod that was actually worth putting on, I'd probably own an Andella and do a handle swap already and have something fun, right? So
Infinite's eyeballing that the micro melt dragonfly for 135.
Yeah.
It's the right.
mhm,
I already own a
mhm.
dragonfly, but it's probably still the right choice.
Yeah. So if I had a runner up, micro melts, Spedico. There's
Nice.
some still available, and there's Sprinties. When they're gone, they're gone.
The best part is that you could just literally have brought this page up, and every single one of them comes under your price point.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It's a runner up. You guys fucking shot the roof on that.
No, I know, but I'm saying for your under 250, if you had decided to go that route,
Oh,
you could have just brought up this page here and had any one of these. And I
Give
guess
it-
it's mostly us fucking with you with that kind of thing rather than the other way around. But
Yeah, but he's allowed
you're
to partake.
welcome. There's no kitchen knives in my list this year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Expect my entire list to be kitchen knives next year.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right.
I expect it to be that every year, Paul.
Well, and I was gonna say, it'll be 150, 250, and unlimited for kitchen knives. It's fine.
I mean, our regulars have wanted us to do a kitchen knife episode for as long as we've been a channel, and we never have. So,
And I've tried.
So why break that streak now?
funny guys.
Look, I wouldn't mind doing a kitchen knife related episode, but
Yeah,
I
will.
I don't
I
know.
will when we get QSP kitchen knives.
Yes, I'd be down for that.
Mhm.
I just don't know that I have strong enough opinions on kitchen knives. I have.
Yeah, but then you've got Copper Damascus with
Which
crazy
Copper
butcher
Damascus
stuff.
do I buy?
That's why those would be worth looking at.
That's what I'm saying.
Does the bench made station knife make the cut? Yeah, probably.
For the price, I suppose. But I mean, the QSP ones are 14C 28 Sandvik or like a VG10 Damascus for much less.
Yes.
Yeah, where resistance seems to play less of a role in the kitchen compared to just toughness and
Geometry.
geometry and like resistance to deflection, plastic
Yes.
deformation, that kind of thing.
3V station or kitchen knife. It's fine.
Well, I mean, if you really want it to rust, I guess.
Well, I gotta say, as much as you say that, ZDP's got pretty decent edge retention, and it works awesome in a
Yeah.
kitchen knife.
Yeah, ZDP, but as you found out, it tends to chip before it'll roll.
Oh well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But even with those chips, I still haven't bothered to resharpen
The
it
thing-
because it cuts so nice.
Well, what's the hardness on that ZDP though? Because
67.
14C doesn't get anywhere near that fucking hard, so
Yeah,
there's
67.
there's some resistance to bending there for sure. But yeah, or resistance to rolling rather.
Dick Richards is going to bed. Have a good night, dude.
Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining.
Indeed. On that note, it's 9 on the nose. We
Hey.
stretched this out for a full episode, boys.
Hey, we did it.
Indeed.
Thanks to the Cutting Edge for having cool gear. You know, stuff that we can buy that is cool. And gear. Yeah. Sweet. Thanks some other people.
Yeah, thanks to people on the Instagrams. Just, confusing the algorithm. And me. You're neat.
His first name is Al Algorithm.
Ah. I thought there was an AI joke in there,
No,
but I guess technically there was.
even worse. Thanks to all who have contributed on Patreon, past, present, future. Appreciate you guys and everything that you've put into the channel. We gave it all back. We'll probably do it again because we got nothing better going on.
Christmas 2055.
You heard it here first, folks. 2055.
Well, I think the rumors were on the forums already.
For sure.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
The rumor mill's been nonstop with that one.
All the forums,
Jose's comment in chat is vaguely ominous. Cheers, boys. Be seeing you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just ominous enough.
Mainly from a distance. Mainly.
From a distance.
Yeah, good times. I think we're back next week. It's 22nd, so it's far enough away from Christmas. We'll probably just be a gonzo episode, and we'll probably be drunk. It's
if I can be drunk, I'll do it.
It'll probably be there. I think I'm working that day, so I'll almost certainly be drunk afterwards.
We can talk about Crucible and shit like that, and I'm sure we can come up with enough things to talk about around ye old campfire fireplace. You should just put up like a YouTube video of the fireplace burning.
Straight up. So the new thing I found, and I don't know if it was Witcher exclusive, but they now have TV series exclusive fireplaces. So you can have Game of Thrones fireplace going on in the background. You can have a Witcher fireplace going on in the background. You can have a Vikings style fireplace going on in the background.
I was so ready to just completely reject that idea as stupid and capitalism has gone too far, but the more you talked, the more I liked it.
Like, there's so many. I was looking into it and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe how many like themes
when you
fireplace log in the background. No. And some of them are just like straight up a bonfire in a courtyard.
No, but
it's The Witcher.
Okay, so what you're talking about is on YouTube.
The Christmas fireplace. Like,
the only reason I have to verify it is because you have been talking recently about getting an electronic fireplace for your house.
Oh yeah, I already ordered it. It's fantastic. It's on its way.
Do you have to reorganize the bedroom?
No, thought about it, but no.
Good.
So that's the thing. But no, the Yule time fireplace channels that you can get during Christmas time. Now they have a million themed ones that you can just watch and put on your TV in the background.
That is ridiculous. I don't know.
I can have 3 different ones going.
So next week we'll have to take a look and see what kind of fireplaces we need.
I'm not sure if we could stream that, if YouTube's okay with that. I mean, we're not monetized, so I don't think it matters, but
yeah,
it should be okay. Yeah.
Just don't show which one it is.
We'll see.
Put it up.
I have an eggnog in my hand, swirling the whole time. It's
But is it homemade?
Something swirling.
No, it's not. It's called the Techno 3. That's probably what'll be in the swirls. But
getting swirly with it.
Well, better than getting swirly with it.
What?
It's okay.
I think it's bedtime, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like actually a How I Met Your Mother reference, but you guys just didn't get the swirls.
No.
So yeah, Swirls Barkley is going to bed. It's
all right.
I'll take it from. I'll take it. I'll take that at face value.
I'll take it.
He's gonna take it. You heard it here first.
I'll just take it and go.
Oh, this isn't the first place I've said that. Yeah.
Just fade to black.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, having said that, well, thanks for everyone joining us. We'll be back again next week, 7:15 Mountain Standard Times. Good times, gentlemen. We'll see you all here again next week. Thanks for joining us. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
And I'm exile.ca.
And we'll see you next week. Probably drunk. Bye-bye.
Muchly drunk.
Stop spoiling my gifts, Jose.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta work on Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna be that drunk.